So, hello and welcome back to Shadowrun Dragonfall Director's Cut. Uh, we escaped from the trap, and now we have the Kreuz Bazaar, Kreuzberg, home to nearly 500,000 people, and until very recently, Monica Schäfer. Once a melting pot of cultural diversity, it's now a chaotic mess of wealth and poverty, crime and commerce, anarchy and control. It's also home to your own little slice of Berlin, a neighborhood that locals call the Kreuzbazaar, a safe port in the eye of storm. The ride back to the Kreuzbazaar is quiet. No one is in a talking mood. As the van veers past odorless and garage piles, the glare of streetlights and neon signs play across your window, painting the world in a kaleidoscope of garish colors. Soon the van rounds a corner and skids to a halt in a narrow, crumbling alley. This is as far as Berlin's chaotic streets will take you. Your team wordlessly debarks the vehicle and climbs down into a disused section of the U-Bahn tunnel system, a well-kept secret, providing your team safe passage into the Kreuzbazaar. Safehouse waits on the other side. Let's get to it. Yeah, we were kind of screwed. I mean, we barely made it out alive. Let's get inside. Maybe. Let's take the opportunity. Can't happen fast enough, love. The sooner we get in, the sooner we can get out. Okay, I guess. Destroy all humans! Okay, that's... This smells like... not a trap. You step inside and the squalor of the disused U-Bahn tunnel gives way the warmth of your safe house. A man walks inside, silhouetted against the dim, fluorescent lighting. Paul Amstel, something bad has happened, hasn't it? He steps forward, revealing a pale and expressionless face, light glinting off of ear-rimmed glasses. Paul Amstel, your team's fixer and landlord. Part dealmaker, part information broker, one of the most well-connected men in Berlin. His eyes sweep across the team as he takes it all in. The grim faces, the hard stares, Iger's fury, Monica's absence. I had a feeling, how did she? Face has gone ashen. He swallows. Takes a moment to chew on the words before spitting them out. How did it happen? Okay. The run was a setup. 1 minute she was cracking the safe, the next she was on the ground, screaming. I've seen Monica hit black ice before. This was something worse. Laurie nods, emotions robotic and spare. Monica died of a biofeedback-induced stroke. That's right. Agner thrusts a gloved finger into your chest. And this idiot stood by and let it happen. Okay, what should I say? I mean, it's not my fault. I'm just a mage. Let's bullshit, Agner. You weren't even in the room. Actually, that is bullshit. That's bullshit, Iger. You weren't even in the room. No, I wasn't there, and that's exactly the problem. If I'd been in your place, Monica would still be alive and with us. Instead, I left her with you, and now my friend is a corpse in the basement. Look, Iger, Space Wingman's right. You weren't stuck in that basement with us. You don't know how things went down in there. So you do us all a favor and shut it down, okay? Shut it down? Fuck that! Iger turns to face Dietrich. She towers over him, but he stands his ground. I respect you, Dietrich. You know that, but you don't have my training. None of you have. Monica was good. She was the best, right? But she was also overconfident. She treated the job like it was a game. Do that long enough and you're gonna get burned. Iger turns the focus back to you. If you'd been paying attention, you'd have figured all of this out on your own by now. You'd have known that Monica needed watching as much as that door. Okay, enough, Iger. Amstel's voice is harassed, his expression blank. Enough. Iga pushes ahead, heedless of the interruption. Her voice remains measured, but there's fire in her eyes. How many seconds pass between Monika's first convulsion and her plug getting pulled? 4? 5? Do you know how much damage biofeedback can do to a Decker's brain in 5 seconds? Yeah, I guess this will not solve any problems. You don't have to answer that. Of course you know. Monika died while you stood there and watched. This is all your... That is enough! Amsel's voice comes out in a roar, and his fist smashes down on the desk behind him. Iga, you and Spaceman can have it out later, but I've had enough. We need to talk action. Our client sent you into something much bigger than he'd led us to believe. I want to know why. Right there with you. This was supposed to be a milk run. Payback isn't the only reason why we need to find him. We saw something back there, something that we weren't supposed to see. It's fair to assume that we're all still in danger. Pauses, rubs his temples. Agreed. And to neutralize that danger, we need to know who we are dealing with. Let us review the events that transpired tonight. The smallest detail could be important, so hold nothing back. Monika lived long enough to say the name Feuerschwinge. She fought hard to tell us. It must be important. Amsel seems taken aback. He pauses for a moment before responding. The Fire Wing? This is unexpected. You will have to forgive me. This brings back many unpleasant memories. The Fire Wing? The most terrible of the great dragons. There are those who would disagree, but they are never experienced the terror of living in their shadow. He glances at Glory. You are far too young to remember her. Of course, but for Germans of my generations, the name Feuerschwinger is synonymous with chaos, destruction and death. The dragons of today are subtle creatures, full of patience and guile. Feuerschwinger was not. After her awakening, she went on a 4-month rampage and claimed tens of thousands of lives. Amsel takes a deep breath, slowly realizes that there is a haunted look in his eyes. Those were dark days. Countless men, women, and children were slaughtered, roasted alive in their homes, but by a creature of legend. No hope for salvation and no end of sight. It was a horror that you cannot begin to understand. What stopped her? Can't imagine that a rampaging dragon would just go away on its own. Eventually, the Firewing was brought down by a man named Dr. Adrian Beauclair. Well, with the help of the Luftwaffe, of course. Okay. But it was his experimental weapons designed by Dr. Beauclair and finally pieced her hide. She fell into a hail of bullets and rocket fire and crashed down in the radioactive wasteland of the Sox. This event was called the Dragonfall. Uh-oh. Safe at last from the dragon's wrath, Germany celebrated Beauclair as a hero, our own Siegfried, a modern-day dragon slayer. My own family practically worshipped the man. If the Dragonfall was as important as an event as you make it out to be, I'm surprised that I've never heard of it. Those early years of the awakening were traumatic, Iger. Not just on a national level, but on a global scale. New species of awakened animals were being discovered daily. Within 2 years of the Dragonfall, the active use of magic had returned to the world, a new source of terror for the bewildered public. And in 2021, the sudden emerge of orcs and trolls gave rise to yet another wave of global panic. In light of such turmoil, it is any surprise that Dr. Beauclair and the Firewing were forgotten. Dragons were yesterday's news. He rubs his temples. Again, all of this happened decades ago. To the best of my knowledge, the story of Feuerschwinge is a bit of historical trivia, and nothing more. Alright, so Monika spent her dying breath tell us about a long-dead dragon. Any ideas as to why? No, it doesn't make any more sense to me than it does to you. The Dragonfall is ancient history. Feuerschwinge has been dead and gone for 42 years. There's one thing that I don't do know. Whatever Monika saw, whatever she was trying to tell us, it was important. Okay, I'm starting to make a guess here now. Someone has the corpse of a dragon and experiments with it. I'm calling it now, an hour into the game. He visibly struggles to calm himself, takes a deep breath, and slowly reasons. I will look into this, and I will find answers. In the meantime, did you turn up anything else of value? Okay, after everything went to hell, we were confronted by an orc in military-grade armor. Instead, yeah, let's take the orc. The estate was just a front for whatever was going on in the basement. That much is clear. It wasn't a minor enterprise either. The facility took serious funds to build. And time. There was more to it than we saw. Places like that don't spring up overnight. And all in secret. The owners, whoever they may be, were none too pleased with their escape, I'm sure. What else did you find? Everything went to hell. We were confronted by an orc in military-grade armor. He appeared to be the head of security. That is not much to go on. Do any details about this orc come to mind? Any distinguishing feature that I could look into? He was an older guy, for one. From the sound of his voice, I'm guessing mid to late 40s. Pretty old for an orc. And he had skin grafts. Most of his face looked like replacement material. If the grafts came from a legitimate hospital, they may be medical records. That is something. I will see what I can find out. Did you note anything else during the run that may be of value? We could, but we were busy trying to escape. That's not much. It is thin, I agree. A basement, a middle-aged orc with his skin grafts, a long-forgotten world event. Okay, wait, we're still missing something. Who paid for this run? That's always important. I do not know his exact identity. I did not set up the run. Monica did. I warned her. I told her not to take the job, but she assured me that it would be a cakewalk. Monica was approached recently by a man who calls himself Green Winters. He used to be a prominent activist in the F-state political scene. I never much liked the man, and I certainly never trusted him. But Monica, she would do anything for a cause, anything for the Flux state. Winters swore that the data he was after was crucial to ensuring the future and the stability of the Flux. And that was all it took. Okay, we need to track down Monica's client and press him for information. Yes, most definitely. It is clear that Green Winters has involved us in something much larger than he led Monica to believe. When he finds out that what happened on the run, he's probably gonna ram it. We need to chase him down before that happens. Okay. So we need information on Green Winters, and we need it fast. There is a man here in the Kreuz Bazaar, a Turk named Altuk Buragazi. He owns a little soy calf shop just down the way called Café Sevese. This man is also a purveyor of information. I've done business with him from time to time. And you'd think he would know something about Green Winters. When I discovered Monica's renewed association with Green Winters, I contacted Altuk. One of his people has been keeping tabs on Winters ever since. As I said, I did not trust the man. Okay, probably sounds prepared out of wizard. For good reason, I'll talk to Altuk and see what he knows about Green Winters. Take the direct approach. Very well. Tell him I sent you. I will do what I can to dig out into the information that you've uncovered already, sparse though it may be. That comer. I have a dog. Okay, this is the first part, I guess. Da, da, da. Da, da. Okay, what shall we do? I guess we have to talk to our guys. Or we should spend some karma. Against the worst of hit points recovered when using a med ball. Now we need something more profound. Spell casting. Done. Okay, let's talk to the dog. As you go towards the Safehouse door, a large four-legged frog steps around the corner. Dante, Veronica's dog, an enormous mongrel of intermediate breed. A low whimper emerges as he enters the room, head hanging low. Oh shit, Dante! Dietrich shakes his head. Don't worry, boy. We'll look after you. At the sight of Monica's dog, Amsel lies well up. He inhales but can't quite catch his breath. He started whimpering about an hour ago. Turned into a full-blown howl. Wouldn't stop. Capped. Then I realized something bad had happened. Okay, scratch Dante's dog behind the ears. I'm not a dog person, so I don't know how to react to a dog that way. Dante leans into you and looks up mournfully, pressing his ribs against your leg. I guess the dog is going with you, Space Wingman. Well, perhaps a part of Monica's life Monica lives on in Dante. Return to the safe house when you're finished with Altuk, mein Freund. Okay. With a little luck, he can help us locate Green Winters, and we can get to the bottom of this. And now I think we should all take a moment for Monica. Okay, moment is over. Let's talk to Dietrich. Okay, he's aging with Blessing man, welcome. I've got a bottle of schnapps that needs sharing, and we've got a fallen comrade to drink to. Okay, yeah, I'm not taking the bottle now. Not right now, Dietrich, I got things to see to. Won't be the first evening I've spent drinking alone, and it won't be the last. At least I got a dog now. Does he have cyber implants? Oh man, this is a normal mute, awakened dog. Did you get the information about Green Winters? No, not yet. Oh, you expect me to go now? Okay. Maybe. Oh. I have nothing in my stash. Weapons, decks, drones. Maybe we can take Monica's stuff. Yeah, I know how this sounds, but we need stuff. Something I can do for you, fearless leader. We need to talk about Monica. Not right now, we don't. Don't push me on this, Space Man. One of these days I'm gonna cash this out, and you can talk all you like about the clusterfuck that killed one of my best friends. But it won't be today. Alright, I get the hint. I'll give you your space. And I'm not making a cheap joke about my name now. Glory is beautiful in a wallfish sort of way. Okay, that is sexist. Can I help you? Oh, cool. I can read her. Attention away from Glory, you allow the consciousness to parallelly slip into the astral plane. As your third eye opens to the hidden world around you, you feel the familiar tingle of dormant senses awakening. The room that you're standing in slowly shifts to match its true nature, a lifeless expanse of grey, ugly and cold. Your own body, however, explodes into a swirling chaos of scintillating color. As the astral plane shimmers into view, you focus on Glory. You can see her with your corporeal vision, a delicate frame, a bulky cyberware that breaks her silhouette, the faraway look in her eyes, but laid over the top of her physical body. There is a slight shimmer, her aura, damaged though it may be. The chrome that Glory is sporting has really done a number on her. Whatever she may have been before she went under the knife, her aura is now reminiscent of the room she's standing in. Cold, dead thing, mockingly sculptured into a facsimile of life. Somewhere within that mutilated aura, a shadow of humanity waits, but finding it isn't going to be easy. Suddenly, Glory's body language changes. The look on her face is somewhere between suspicion and alarm. I got something in my teeth? You're staring. With an aura this shredded by cyberware and surgery, it's going to take a minute to gather any useful information. Release basically is near to a cyber zombie. Okay. Let's continue her reading. Okay. I imagine that we all do, yourself included, and yet you don't find me gwanking at you. As Glory speaks, you continue to focus, shifting through the void left by her vintage chrome to find the tatters of her original essence. Finally, you catch a glimpse of color, a flash of her true self, and behind it something else. In a relaxive panic, your third eye slams shut. The hidden world of the astral plane disappears from view, and an afterimage of what you saw remains, twisting in your mind. Glory is, or was, magically active. What? Why did she give that up? Okay, the shred of her essence that flitted past your vision left you sure of it. What's more, you wager that she had real power once, terrifying power, of a sort that only you can guess at. All of this was surprising, but it was what you saw behind her aura that chilled you to the core. There was something connected to Glory's essence, a metaphysical tether, stitched into the fabric of her soul. It reminded you of a leash. Can't say for sure what was holding the other end, but whatever it was enormous and ancient and cruel, and you can't shake the feeling that as you looked into it, it stared back at you. Trembling, you find yourself back in the mundane world. Glory is still staring at you, her neutral expression ever so slightly tingled with annoyance. What was that? I knew that this was happening. Look at my aura is my own business and none of yours, understand? Okay, wrong. It only look dangerous, both you and me. It makes my look. I know it is protective of the past. I can respect it, but something terrible is happening to you, and I can help you if you let me. Okay, agreed. But the thing I saw was tied to your aura. It's my business as it. My business, yours. Okay, agreed. But the thing I saw that was tied to your aura is as much as my business as it is yours. It saw me, Glory. It saw you. That's what you were worried about? The shrill laugh escapes from Glory's lips. You'll be fine. Want to know a secret? It's been watching you for your entire life. You just never knew it was watching you until now. Some of us have bigger problems. For some of us, it takes a more direct interest. But I fixed that problem years ago. Oh, okay. It gestures down at the vintage chrome that riddles her small body. The interest is still there, but it can't do anything about it anymore, not unless I let it. So drop it, okay? Pause for a moment and the hard expression on her face softens. Look, I understand that you are trying to help me, and I appreciate it. I do. But I'm not ready to talk about this yet. Maybe when we know a little better, okay? Until then, just give me my space. You're asking for cheap strokes, aren't you? Okay. I'm guessing someone tagged into her aura and she wanted to get rid of it, and that's why she basically wasted a lot of her essence to cyberware. So whatever she was running away from, or was enslaving her, I guess, needed clear access to her essence. So cyberware deteriorates essence, so she's full of it. Okay. Green Winters. Let's go to this guy.